Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is my take on Tottenham. And we have returned to the Champions League. It is glorious to hear that music again in that stadium. As brief as it was, because I think the season that we were in the Champions League was the season that Jose took over. Same season that Poch got sacked, and I think we went out in the group stages very half-heartedly. So well overdue. It's good to have it back, and it was back in a frustrating manner, but ultimately happy manner as well. Full-time result: Tottenham 2, Marseille 0. Does that say everything about the game? Absolutely not. On the whole, the game was very frustrating in general, but we'll get through it. So. Team, I think, was pretty much unchanged from the weekend. Longley starting over Davies. Was it Perisic? Oh no, sorry, Perisic didn't start. It was Sessegnon who started at the weekend against Fulham. But yeah, Perisic was back in the team today. Richarlison starting on the right instead of Kulusevski, like on Saturday. So yeah, really, strong side. That's what you want to see. Not too much rotation actually. It's just I really actually thought that would happen. I thought we'd see, Basuma in for like Højbjerg and Skip maybe playing a part, but it was really, the same sort of side that they stick out in the Premier League every week. And for the first 5 minutes, I thought Spurs were quite positive. I thought it was, they were trying to get forward, trying to get things moving. And whatnot, but that's probably the best I could say about the first half. All of a sudden, from 10 minutes in, they just got very sloppy. It just became sloppy. A lack of intensity in their play. They just really started to look like they didn't really care too much, and it was such a shame because it was such an important night. It was a big night. The stadium was incredible. The atmosphere was incredible. Hype, so much hype, and then so little delivery from Tottenham. No chances. They just weren't creating chances. Like I said, there was no intensity. They were very flat. Sloppy passing. The passing in particular in that first half was horrendous. It really was. It was every single pass they tried to make to get out. And it's not like Marseille were pinning Spurs back. It wasn't like pure dominance. I just felt like Marseille were just kind of a bit probably taken by surprise, if anything, taken a bit in the way that it's not something they were expecting Spurs to not be like this. They were probably expecting us to be quite attacking and then maybe them hit us on the counter. And I think Marseille, like I said, would probably be kicking themselves because they will be looking at that game, especially in that first half, going, that was there for the taking. If they'd been a bit more clinical, a bit more on it, they could have cut Spurs open. Like I said, defensively looked a bit worrying. I've wrote that I don't like writing this. I hate when I write this line. Nuno vibe. It was the Nuno vibe. No chances, no shots on target, no shots. Looking generally like they had no idea what to do with the ball when they had it, and then they just would end up then giving it away. There was one moment I really was worried about. Lloris. No one around him apart from Emerson Royale. Ball went looping up in the air. And he's doing that thing where, you know what keepers do, they jump up and they go and, bring it down with them sort of thing like that. He went to do that, and just as he got to about here to catch it, he just then went to punch it, like a Superman punch, like that, and he punched it with 2 fists, and there was no one around him, no Marseille players. Like I said, it was literally just Emerson Royale who was walking away from the penalty area. And you just wonder what on earth went through Lloris's head when he did that, because it nearly led to a chance for Marseille, and it was just really baffling. I have no idea. I honestly I couldn't tell you like why that happened. Like I really don't know. It was it was almost like he just maybe thought that there was maybe a Marseille player that was creeping up on him. Maybe, I don't know, but when you're looking for resilience and trying to get a bit of stability in the game, and your captain does that, yeah, it was very very strange, very worrying. But luckily, that was the only real worrying sign for Lloris in the game. And then that was it pretty much for the first half. Like I said, poor performance. And to be honest, I'm going to say it. They'd let the fans down. They really had. Like I said, that atmosphere in that stadium before kickoff was amazing. For them to turn up and do that in the first half, I thought that was quite unacceptable. And they'll know it, and Conte will definitely know it. And he would have absolutely, gone into them at half time about that and ripped into them and everything. They were back out very quickly as well. Conte would have absolutely just given them the hairdryer treatment in that changing room. Second half, massive improvement, really, really big improvement. Spurs started off attacking very early on. You could see a fastness in their passing. Passes were actually making it to other Spurs players, which was a good improvement. And then, yeah, they just started moving forward a lot better, a lot faster, and ultimately the first game changing moment happened with that. Spurs had a nice little move. It came to Kane. He did a lovely little through ball through to Sonny, who was running through. Got past who was it? Mbemba. Got past him, but Mbemba, for some reason, running with him, just decided to just slide for the ball in almost like a hit and hope type move, and obviously didn't keep up with Sonny's pace, and took him down. Last man challenge, straight red. I don't think you'll see any arguments with that either. I think it was a blatant red. Marseille really didn't look that surprised at the decision. So yeah, Mbemba got sent off. And then a thing happened that I've not had to moan about for a long time. I don't know why. Maybe we just stopped getting free kicks. Free kick on the edge of the box because of that foul. And up steps Harry Kane. I love Harry Kane. I do. But he must not take free kicks. I say it in every single video that he takes free kicks on, not to take them, because he's not scored a free kick since his deflected free kick against Aston Villa in his breakout season under Mauricio Pochettino. I think that was 2014 season. 2014. That was ages ago. It doesn't feel like ages ago, but it really was. A lot's changed in that time. For as amazing as football as Harry Kane is, and I'm not doubting anything in that department, man cannot take free kick. He just can't. He cannot take them. Every single time they just go in the wall. I don't know why. I'm sure in training they all go in the top corner, but it's just different on a match day. He cannot take free kicks. He mustn't take free kicks. I was so annoyed because what a shock. This free kick went into the wall. It went into the wall, and it was just in such a good position. And to me, this highlighted two things. Why didn't Eric Dyer at least have a go at it? Because we know Eric Dyer is way better at free kicks than Harry Kane. Does he score them all the time? No. Can he at least get him over the wall? Yes. Does he go close? Yes. I just feel like it is so annoying, and even Sonny didn't even have a look in. I was so annoyed by that as well. It also highlighted that I really go back to what I was saying during the transfer window, that I really wish Spurs had bought the likes of Eriksen, not bought, but signed Eriksen, just for the simple fact that it's that person you want on a free kick like that in that position. It's that's what you want, or even stick Perisic on the free kick. He's obviously good at set pieces, but yeah, just very frustrating. Very frustrating. It really gets under my skin. I don't know why. I just feel like we get these free kicks in these really good positions. Kane steps up knowing that he can do everything that he does, and then it just ends up in the wall inevitably, and it's just very frustrating to see over and over again that this lesson's not been learned. It's just a waste of a free kick. Surely we've got to have someone at the club that can take a free kick over the wall and score. Surely there's got to be someone in that club that can do that. Um, yeah, so that's my free kick rant. And then obviously we had the change of tactics by Marseille, going down easily, literally at every touch. That and you know, every team is guilty of it. Every team's players are guilty of time wasting and things like that. So no one can get on their pedestal about anything like that. Every single team's players do this in these scenarios. But my God, the Marseille players have really taken it to a new extreme. I think there was a challenge that Harry Kane literally jumped up with Bailly, and they came down, and he literally brushed his leg, and Bailly went down like he'd had his shin dislocated or something. And it just started happening loads. Literally any touch that a Marseille player had, they just went down trying to run the clock down. Decky got bought on, Kulusevski. And literally, you saw he bought on for Emerson Royale, who had a really good game again. I was really impressed with him. I thought he was very solid again defensively, getting forward a lot more, which is really good as well, and just looking a lot better this season. So that's good. But yeah, Decky came on for him, added a new dimension because Kulusevski can play wing back when needed. Obviously, preferred is on the wing, but he can step into that wing back position, which he did. And yeah, and it was good. I think he added an extra dimension. You could see instantly an improvement in the squad. They were getting forward a lot more. Kulusevski, great run. Then managed to get had a great run. He took it right round the defender. Brought it round, and he almost ran it into the net, and then the keeper saved it, put it out for a corner. Short corner from Sonny, which I was relieved at because again his corners weren't getting past the first man again. Somehow the amazing style of refereeing that we have with this modern era of VAR and everything saw Sonny give the ball to Kulusevski, who took a lovely whip shot on his left foot, and then decided to and then the ball took a clear deflection off a Marseille head, and the referee then gave a goal kick. And then just to add insult to injury, gave Sonny a yellow card for protesting that. Again, love it. Love that we got all this technology and it never gets used for those sorts of things. But we finally got our goal, and finally, Richarlison got his goal, and it was a well taken goal. I'm so happy for Richarlison. I really am. I said this during the match. I didn't realise how much I could love Richarlison after so many years of hating him. I absolutely hated Richarlison. I hated him at Everton. I hated playing against him. I hated seeing him every single week because it was always the same stuff and everything like that. But my God, do I love him in this team. I absolutely do. And I know that probably sounds really hypocritical or whatever you want to call it. But he's just... Spurs fans are really taken to him. They really are. And it was, like I said, it was a great goal. Obviously, he was wide open for the header. That's obviously where Mbemba would be. Who took the cross? I think, Perisic with the cross, lovely cross, right on the plate for Richarlison. It wasn't a simple header. He really, I think Jermaine Genius said in commentary, he really had to extend his neck muscles and really power that header through. It wasn't a top corner. It wasn't a bottom corner job. It was straight down the middle of the goal, and he had to apply a lot of power to that header to get it past the keeper, past Paul Lopez. But yeah, really, really good header, and I think based on the second half, Spurs probably did deserve it. So really good. I'm just, again, like I said, so happy for Richarlison. So happy he could get his goal because he's worked hard for it as well. He got robbed. Not robbed. It was the right decision, but I felt really bad for him on Saturday against Fulham. He didn't get that goal that was ruled out from VAR. But yeah, he's been working really hard and non-stop, and I'm just glad he got his goal. We then had a lovely counter attack, really free flowing movement, 3-on-3. Sonny running with it, and you can see a contrast now. That's Sonny who scored that goal against Burnley, that solo goal where he took on 6 players. Similar thing, he picked the ball up in our own half, ran with it, 3-on-3. and then he just hung on to it too long. I think Perisic was on the other side. I think it might have been Kane or Kulusevski on the right side. Just held on for it too long. He just looked like he just didn't know what to do with it, and then tried to give it to Perisic, and then just didn't. It just got wasted. And again, that's the Sonny that we don't know. You know, Sonny that we do know would have maybe probably kept that and smashed it in the top corner. But yeah, that's a shame. Again, frustrating night for Sonny. We'll get into that in a sec. But yeah. But then we got our second goal, and it was Richarlison again. Great header again. I think it was a Højbjerg cross. And it was I think it was even better header, to be honest. He kind of had to adjust his body, and he kind of hit him here, right on the sort of back of the back, not a proper back header, but it was like back sort of corner. And it was a really good goal from Richarlison. Great header again, and yeah, great cross from Højbjerg, I think it was. So and another shout out to Richarlison again, because you know we're going to continue this. I just it's just things that you notice, and there was a chance, not a chance, but there was a moment in the sort of last few minutes of the game. Marseille had it in our half. Richarlison, from probably halfway into the Marseille half, ran all the way back to be there to help defend. Nearly 90 minutes on the clock, and he's sprinting back to try and help defend. Spurs got the ball back. It wasn't Richarlison who won it back, and yeah, luckily Spurs made a bit of a break from there. Richarlison wasn't part of that, but what I have to credit is the fact that we had Kulusevski on as wing back, because he was able to then be part of that move, almost replacing Richarlison within the front three, even though obviously Richie's still on the bench, on the pitch. So that's quite nice to see tactics wise. I really appreciated that. That we've got players that, you know, Kane likes to get back and defend at times, and it's good that you can get these players and still have three top attackers going forward. So that's really good. And last little bit really to mention, an amazing bit of defending from Ben Davies, who we know has been throwing his entire body on the line for Antonio Conte since he came in. Has really, really, really improved. So much from the player that we knew, and that was shown tonight. Marseille had a chance really late on. I can't remember who took the shot. Ben Davies actually lost the ball, got back, and then ended up on the floor. And then I can't remember who it was for Marseille, took the ball, went to strike, and Ben Davies on the floor, almost Phil Jones-esque, somehow managed to stick his head. He blocked it with his head out for a corner, put his head on the line. That is what we want to see, that dedication. Like I said, Richarlison running all the way back, even though not really necessary, but you want to see that dedication. You want to see that those levels. And I thought that was brilliant from Ben Davies. And if we get through at the end of this group stage, if we get through with 1 goal difference over the team in third, that moment will be very important. So that's what we want to see. It's that mentality installed from Antonio Conte. We've seen it before. I always come back to the Leicester game where Spurs scored that equaliser in injury time to make it 2-2. And did they go and celebrate with the fans? No, they didn't. They went and grabbed that ball straight out of the net, because their mentality was to get back in and try and win that game, even though it seemed impossible at that point. And obviously they went on and did it. That's the mentality that Conte brings, and that mentality that Ben Davies had of sticking his head on the line for that, to stop that from going in, because it looked like it might have. So yeah, that's really good. Man of the match, hands down, Richarlison. Just didn't stop all night, continuing to run. Got 2 well-deserved goals, and a really nice moment as well at the end of the game. I don't know if anyone saw it. It was after the full-time whistle, but Richarlison, I don't know if they were family or friends or anything, but he went over to a couple of fans. He looked like he knew them. It might have been his family. Walked over and had hugs, had celebrations, and then just started, letting it all out, having a cry. And it was just really nice to see. I really appreciate that, because it shows you that they care and how much it means to them and stuff. And I'm really happy for him. I thought he's had a really good impact since he joined, and to see him get off the mark tonight, hopefully that'll be his start for him. And good if he could go and net against our next opponents, which, speaking of which, is Manchester City away on Saturday evening. look, I'm going to be a realist here. I'm a realist. I'm going to be a pessimist as well. I'm not looking forward to it. I never do. Spurs end up surprising me, but I'm not looking forward to the prospect of facing Erling Haaland. The man has been nothing short of a machine so far. Someone needs to check him because he is doing things that are almost inhuman in terms of how good he is at football. He's just scoring for fun. And it's not right, is it? Really, to see how mad he's going in this league. Like, he's just making it look so easy. With all these players like Kane and Salah and Sonny and whatnot, and Erling Haaland's making them look like year sevens at the minute. And Kane's had a really good start to the season as well, and Haaland's just going, yeah, whatever. So yeah, of course I'm pessimistic for that game. Of course I am. I'm hoping to see defending that we did against Liverpool last season, where we were just throwing everything in front of the ball. But yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard work. But we'll see how we go. Important game as well in terms of the league and momentum and everything. So yeah, Spurs will need to be at their best. It's not impossible, but it's going to be bloody hard. So I'll see you guys on Saturday evening. We'll see what happens. Not looking forward to it. I never look forward to going to the Etihad. I just never look forward to playing Man City, to be honest. But yeah, see you guys on Saturday evening. What did you think of tonight's game? Frustrating on the whole, but this is what I find myself saying about Spurs this season so far. Frustrating performances, but they seem to be getting the win. God knows what they'll be like when they actually hit their stream and their momentum and everything, and they play to literally the best of their abilities, because they haven't done that yet and they're still getting results. So we'll see what the season holds. But yeah, important 3 points. Win back on, first night back in the Champions League. Really good to see. And yeah, we'll go again on Saturday. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on tonight's performance. What do you think of Richarlison? And how pessimistic are you about Saturday? Let me know down below. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff that you should do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, come on, you Spurs.